Hello, my loves. Welcome to another live. It is Crissy G, and it's a lunch live, but we're in my office today because Debbie was supposed to be on here with me, and unfortunately, she had to run out of the office because Wiley got sick today, and she had to go pick Wiley up. So, Wiley, if you're watching, I hope you feel better, my love. I hope everything is okay and you're sleeping it off and you get better. So, thank you for joining us. She is going to be in the chat with us today. Oh, you are here, Debbie. Um, so I was just letting everybody know that you were gonna miss the live today. Hi Sandra, how are you? It feels a little weird not having my sidekick with me today here at the office. Let me turn on the comments over here. Let's see. Here we are. Okay. Melissa, I'm way behind on videos, but saw you pop on. Yay, I'm so glad that you're here. I was wondering how have you been because I'm way behind on posting videos in general. And so there's some of my people like you who I haven't seen in a while. And so I'm curious to see how you were doing and all that good stuff. So I'm so glad that you're here in the comments. We miss you being here too, Debbie. I'm sure everybody was anxious to see you here with me, so I'm like really bummed that you didn't get to be here, but I completely understand. So the intention was that Debbie was going to be on live with us today, and she had to leave because Wiley wasn't feeling well, so she had to pick her up from school, and so she is not going to be able to be here on the live with us, but you guys have me here for now, or we can do another live this week, hopefully with Debbie. The intent was that we were going to finally come back, and we were ready for it this morning, and then, you know, things, they always say when you want to make God laugh, right, tell him your plans, and so you can plan all you want, but doesn't mean it's going to happen. Let me catch up on some of these. Hi, Angel. Hi, Clarissa. How are you, my love? I'm 5, I'm sorry, I almost read 51. I'm 5 pounds from my goal. That is awesome, Melissa. 5 pounds, that's nothing. Oh my goodness. Figure me out now. Good afternoon, glad you're back. Thank you so much. Kimberly says hello. Hello, Kimberly. Amanda, good afternoon, gorgeous. Miss you, girl. Miss you too, babe. I miss you guys so much, like incredibly. Like you don't even realize. Juan says, great to see you. About time for live. It's so good to be back, Juan. Thank you. Well, my dream goal, it's not normal BMI. Exactly. I get it, girl. Trust me. I know. Like, my dream goal is 160. That is not close to my BMI. And people always tell me, like, but that's not a healthy weight or whatever. But I'm like, I understand, but that's my, like, dream goal. Like, I weighed that in high school. Like, could you imagine? Angel says, I'm so glad to see. I'm glad to see you in the comments, my love. I'm still here for the chat, says Debbie. Elizabeth, hello, beautiful. I have a doctor appointment today after work. He's going to be happy with my weight loss of 61 pounds. That's awesome. Congratulations, Elizabeth. That's really good news. Angel says, I'm also 5 pounds away. Yay, you guys. Y'all are doing so good. I'm so happy for you. Irene says, yay, you're back. Missed you too, Irene. Yes, congratulations to all of you who are doing so well on your journey. So I guess I know I just posted a video, and if you guys haven't gone to go see that, please do. But I'm talking about how I'm coming back onto the medication or whatnot. So I was off for almost 3 months. I didn't realize it was that long. I initially thought it was like 8 or 9 weeks, but when I went back to the calendar to the last shot that I took and actually counted the weeks, it ended up being closer to 3 months, 11 weeks to be exact. And I didn't realize it was that much time. But in those 11 weeks, I gained 9 pounds. And it was, you know, I was creeping up to those 200s, and I was like, I cannot just let all this hard work, you know, this whole year of weight loss, just, in years previous, like, I would just stop weighing myself. I would just, you know, I'd fall off the bandwagon, and I wouldn't want to come to realization, and I would not jump on the scale. And this time around, no, I still weighed every day during those 3 months. There was days that I would skip here and there just because I would forget or whatnot. But for the most part, I stayed accountable, which made such a huge difference, you guys, because I was able to say, okay, you got to cut it down a little bit today. And I would fluctuate a lot from like 185 to 187 to 183 and just back and forth. And then finally, towards the later half of those 11 weeks, it was just the binge eating came back and I was hungry all the time. And that's what made it so hard for me, because it was when I'm not hungry, like I literally, you guys, just cut up all this fruit. It was 3 little plums and 2 kiwis. And I probably ate the equivalent of 1 plum and a half a kiwi, and I'm full. Like, I can't do it anymore. Like, that's all I could eat. And that's the big difference on this medication, is that I can't do it. Like, I can want to eat it, but I can't physically. Like, my stomach's like, okay, you're done. And that's why it's so life-changing, right? Because if I hadn't been on the medication this week, I would have ate that entire bowl and some. I wouldn't have ate fruit either. I would have ate something that I shouldn't be eating. So anyways, let's catch up on some of these comments. Let's see. Melissa says, in my mind, I'm at goal because my goal is range and I'm smack in the middle, so more stressing about how long it takes. Yes, I completely understand. Hey, Miss T, it's so good to see you in the comments. Juan says, I lost 10 pounds this week. Not for a good reason. I'm currently in the hospital and had my gallbladder removed. Oh, no, Juan. You were the second person that mentions the gallbladder removal. Someone else said that they had to have their gallbladder. And you guys know that this medication does affect your gallbladder, which is scary because I know I personally have gallstones also. And I've had a few gallbladder attacks, like gallstone attacks, where it's like an unbearable pain. So I wish that on no one. It's the worst pain that you get, like right at the pit of your stomach, and nothing makes it feel better. But this medication can cause even more problems, so I get it. Oh no, and I do hear that a lot of people who have their gallbladder removed while on this medication have trouble, like it's like reverse. So it's no longer constipation. It's like just you eat and you have to go. So I'm curious to see how you feel. Well, it's good to see you here then, and I hope you're feeling better, and prayers for a quick recovery. Yes, thank you, Melissa. Yes, I love my community, you guys. I love y'all so much. I missed y'all so much. Just how supportive and how I'm so grateful of you guys. Let's see. Christine says, hi, Crissy. I am down from 190 to 165. My dream goal is 150, but I'm taking it slow. You're such a big help in my journey. Oh, Christine, thank you so much. It means so much to hear that. And congratulations on your weight loss. You're so close to your goal, babe. So good job. Does your insurance cover Mounjaro with a diagnosis? So, Elisa, my insurance, mine and Debbie's, we both have United Healthcare. Fortunately, it does cover Mounjaro, and the price tag for that is, I think it's like $69, so it's almost $70 or something like that. But it does cover it, and no, we do not have to have a diabetes diagnosis or a pre-authorization. So every insurance is going to be different, and that's something that I talk about often. And I know I've been meaning to do another video of like my most frequently asked questions, especially now that I'm back on it. People want to know, like, how if you're not diabetic. And when I was never diabetic, I was diagnosed pre-diabetic in the beginning, but we were trying to avoid me becoming diabetic. So even then, my insurance always covered it, even without a pre-authorization. It's just that when the coupon was available, I was only paying $25 a month, and without the coupon, it is $70. So, let's see. Irene says, I forgot to mention I have lost 110 pounds. Yay, good job, Irene. That's awesome. You're doing so great. That is great news. Buena Hembra says 196 to 158. Wow, that's so good. Doesn't it feel great to be in the 150s? I don't know what that feels like, but I can't even imagine. My mom is down to 136 from 240 down to 136. So she's doing incredible. And she's like the smallest. And unfortunately, my mom, everywhere we go, people are like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Do you have a medical condition? Like, what's going on? And it's crazy that people associate being too thin or being normal weight to being sick. But they can see you fat all day long and think you're happy and it's okay. But the moment that you look too thin, it's like, what's going on? Are you sick? What's going on? So that's crazy, right? Because she's actually at the healthiest weight she's ever been. So, Melissa says 113 down took me over 3 years. But could you imagine 113 pounds? Like 3 years ago, if you could talk to yourself 3 years ago, would you even think that was imaginable? Let's see. Juan says, yes, I had gallbladder issues after you're on Ozempic. I had to stop it because of my gallbladder, and now here I am, or I'm here. So I don't know if it has to do with Manjaro, but I'm done with it. So it does. Ozempic, Wegovy, and Manjaro, all of them do state that it can cause gallbladder issues. I'm here. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Hello, Latasha. It's so good to see you here in the comments, my love. Gladys says, I had mine removed before this medication, and yes, it's direct, basically. So yes, see, I do hear a lot of people say that it's like, you got to know that when you eat, you have to have a restroom available. Figure Me Out Now says, it is true that MJ was finally approved for weight. Is it true? I need to switch from Wegovy. I've lost only 7 pounds in 6 months. Ugh, I hear MJ works better for some who don't respond well to Wegovy. So yes, it's true in the sense that Manjaro has an additional GIP hormone. So Wegovy and Ozempic have a GLP-1, GLP-1, yes, GLP-1, and then Manjaro has that plus a GIP. So it's like a double banger for hunger, and that's why it makes it better. I will say that I started on Wegovy and Ozempic and a compound. I did a combination. Well, not Wegovy. I did a combination of Ozempic and compound in the beginning, and I lost just as much weight. But I would assume that if I went from MJ down to Ozempic or Wegovy, I probably wouldn't have as good suppression because your body's used to the higher dosage of medication or the higher power, right? I don't know. Does anybody know if it's officially been approved? I know they said that they were going to approve Manjaro for weight loss in October, but I haven't gone to go double check. My doctor took me off because he felt that I should be able to maintain my weight loss. And so it wasn't because of anything health related or anything. He just felt like your problem is that you eat too much. You should learn portion control, and then you should be able to sustain the weight once you learn what portion control is. And obviously it's not, I understand my portion control. I understand how little I need to eat. The problem is that I'm hungry all the time, and that's what makes it so hard for me to not overeat. 90, it's 90 on your insurance until you meet. Oh yeah, that's right, Debbie, 90. Oh yay, Mommin in Milltown. She says, I caught you live finally. Hi. JP says, it's JP. Hi, Crissy. Hi, my love. It's so good to see you here. Elisa says, I love your journey. I started at 224, now 185. Yay, congratulations. But I'm having a hard time losing now. Doctor increased dose to 15. I love, but I know I probably have to start exercising to see more results. Well, I will tell you, Elisa, my mom started at 240, just like I started at 240 when she was 240, and she's down to 136, and she hardly exercises. She's very much like me. Like, we start really good, and then she like slows down and she stops. And so she's lost a bulk of her weight. I mean, over 100 pounds at this point, and very little exercise. Do I promote or brag or feel like you don't have to exercise? It's not that, but majority of weight loss is going to be dietary. So you can exercise a lot, but if your eating habits don't improve or things of that nature, then it's going to be harder to lose the weight still. So I believe exercise is really good to get the heart flowing, to get the heart pumping, to build up resistance, to build up muscle, things of like that. But as far as for weight loss, I can assure you that many of us have been able to successfully lose the weight just by changing our eating habits and not being focused on exercise. So don't worry if that's not your forte, if that's not your thing, you can still achieve a lot of weight loss without having to incorporate. I do like walking though. That's one of the things that I do like doing. I haven't been doing as much of it, but I do miss it when I don't do it regularly. One of my coworkers asked me if I had cancer. Oh no, Susan, isn't that the worst? Like, you're probably at the healthiest weight you've ever been at, and people are gonna sit there and be like, "What's going on? Are you dying? Do you have cancer?" I mean, that it blows my mind. So my poor mom, every time, like, we go to the same nail technician, and I went last week, and he tells me, "Oh my God, your mom, too skinny, too skinny. Tell her too skinny." And I'm like, Lee, she's at a really healthy weight right now. Like, no, I'm not gonna go tell her she's too skinny. Like, she's actually probably the healthiest she's ever been. You're just not used to seeing her that way because you're used to seeing a 240-pound woman walking in here. So no, like, we should be happy that people are at their probably the healthiest weight they've ever been at, and it just blows my mind that people would say things like that. Nelly says, "Hi, OMG, I am 177 from 256. 12.5 is heaven for me. I love it. I'll be 1 year in January. This is one of the best things that's ever happened to me." Yay, Nelly, that's so good to hear. Congratulations. That's so awesome. 177. I never got to the 70s. I bottomed out. No, actually, I did get to 177 for like 2 days, and then I went right back to the 180s. But I want to say that's probably when I felt the best was when I was about 180. And it reflects in my pictures, right? Like, I felt, you could tell that I was more confident being there. So I'm trying to get to 160 now. That's my new goal. 63 pounds down and 1.5 pounds away from Wonderland. Yay, you can do it. You're so close. I remember when I was there too. Don't give up. That's the biggest thing. Like, you're so close. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. You will see Wonderland in no time, I promise you. Angel says, "I was on a semaglutide compound. It worked, but I needed a break due to fatigue. I still have enough in the fridge for about 3 months. I'm going to get back on it to lose the last 5 pounds." Yes, and actually, I will say that now, speaking from experience, me having been off that almost 3 months was awesome, because the 7.5 did not feel anywhere near as effective as it does right now. So it's a good thing that I gave my body a break. And if any of you have ever been on the HCG diet, I did the HCG diet for a few rounds, and that particular diet, you do like 27-day stretch taking injections, and then you have to maintain for 3 weeks. And if you want to do another round, then you can do another round. Like, you cannot do back to back to back rounds because your body becomes immune to the medication. And so same thing here. I feel like my body was just used to it, and now that I took an extended break from it and coming back to it, like, it works so much better now. Ethan says, hi Ethan. Melissa says, "Oh, I'm totally okay with how long it took. This is my body for life as long as it's not going up. We're friends." Yes, exactly. Wow, your mom is amazing. Congratulations. Thank you. Kimmy, so glad I caught you live. I heard of the gallbladder issues with several people on Wegovy recently. I just went back to MJ so bad. I just want to be back on MJ so bad. Kimmy, it's so good to see you here in the comments, babe. I hope everything is well. Michelle says, "Hey, Crissy G, my friend. You look beautiful." Thank you. JP says, "I heard that it was approved for weight loss, but I wonder if the price will change." So more than likely, the price will not change. Trust me on that. Look at what happened with Wegovy. The price is not, usually it's more expensive if anything, and especially, like, my insurance won't cover Wegovy because it's deemed a weight loss medication, so it's not deemed necessary. And that's what stinks about this whole situation, is that even though it gets approved for weight loss, it's probably going to remain unattainable for people, and doctors will keep prescribing Mounjaro versus the weight loss, because Mounjaro is seen as a necessary drug versus whatever they name the weight loss version is going to be deemed weight loss, and it's cosmetic, not necessary. And that's what stinks, because most insurances aren't going to want to cover it unless you have a stipulation in your insurance where it does cover weight loss. So, like, my insurance won't cover weight loss surgery, so it's just going to depend. Let's see. I've been exercising. I'm 56 years old. It's important not to lose too much muscle. Yes, Sandra, that's great. You're absolutely right on the muscle part of it, and that's why my mom wants to start, like, strength training so that she can build muscle, because she feels like she just looks really thin now, and so she wants to incorporate weight training. So yes. But remember, if you start building muscle, you'll probably start gaining weight because muscle weighs more than fat. And so that's another thing that people will always show their before and afters. Like, yeah, I weighed 140 here and I weigh 160 here, but I look better at 160 because your body's more toned and it's built more muscle. So you may not look fatter, but you weigh more because of the muscle. So, Debbie says, walking is my fave. It's my fave too. Yeah, see, Sandra, a lot of insurances won't cover weight loss meds. Let's see. Hey Q, I'm good. How are you doing? Linda says, Crissy, what are you on now for weight loss? I am back on Mounjaro, my love. I am on the 7.5, and so far I've lost it. I've been on it for 6 days now, and I've already lost 4 pounds. So while I was maintaining my weight, I don't know how well I did on that because I did gain 9 pounds while I was off of it for 3 months, but I just I wasn't on anything. Thank you, Sandra. Hi, Fluffy Clouds. That was a tongue twister. Yeah, Debbie's lost 51 pounds and she's been on the 5 milligrams. She never went up from that. So that's just, she's like walking proof that you can lose weight even if you stay on the lower doses. Fluffy Cloud says, can I give a dare? Remember, it depends what your dare is looking like. Q says, I'm doing good. It's so good to hear, Q. It's good to see you here in the comments. V, I'm great. How are you doing? I'm so hungry, but I'm not falling into the munching. So that's the thing, right? Like in the beginning, I would get hungry, but not that hungry. But towards the end of the 3 months, like it was unbearable. It felt like my intestines wanted to eat each other. I mean, it was like, I couldn't, and that's the hard part. When you're hungry, you just want to eat and it doesn't matter. And I know you can prep all you want and you can try to have healthy snacks around, but like on Friday they brought donuts and I was not at all tempted because I wasn't hungry. But if I hadn't been on the medication, I would have absolutely grabbed a donut because I was hungry all the time, and they would have got here and I would have said, yes, please give me a donut. And unfortunately, that's just the truth of the matter, and that's why so many of us struggle, right? Because if you're hungry, you want to eat, and it really doesn't matter what you eat, if it's healthy or not healthy, and you can make healthy choices most of the time, but at the end of the day, like, it's just hard to always maintain good choices. Let's see, what did I do here? Where's my comments? There we are. Let's see. Can you please say hi in the camera? Hi, Fluffy Clouds. That's an easy one. I could do that for you. So is Mounjaro back? Yes, I am back on Mounjaro. Name a car, any car. My favorite right now, it's a Corvette. Where do my comments go? Here we are. Q says, I'm just relaxing today. Must be nice, Q. I'm having lunch right now. Well, semi. That's what I was telling you guys. I cut up a few fruits and yeah, I'm getting full. Yes, I'm doing I did an online doctor this time. I had to change to an online provider. I just didn't want to deal with the explanation of why I felt like I needed to be on this drug and all that good stuff. And because it's already on my record, it wasn't hard when I did the online doctor. Can anyone get it now? So anyone can get it. It just depends on whether you can afford it and whether you find a doctor who will want to prescribe it, because that's the hard part. I went to a few doctors and they didn't want to prescribe it. Some doctors are very strict about not prescribing off-label, and so you have to be some doctors won't prescribe a medication off-label, and others will write prescriptions for whatever. So that's the hard part, but anyone can get it. It's just If your insurance won't cover it, can you pay the price tag? Because the price tag is $1,100 out of pocket. So that's the hard part. Sean, hey girl. Oh my God, it's so good to see you too. You were on my mind the other day. I was like, we need to like connect again and go see each other. Yes, Q, I'm having lunch already. It's already 12 Central Time. So, yes. Although I probably could have gone without lunch, but I wanted to have a little something so that I wasn't too hungry for dinner time. So I go through my insurance though, so I don't know if it'll be the same. It's like a virtual nurse practitioner. So I can give you the information, but I don't. I just picked that doctor or practitioner because it was covered through my insurance. Yes, for sure. I will let you know, Sean. I'm your biggest fan. Aw. Um. Randy's, hi beautiful, it's so good to see you here. I'm currently off MJ due to my appendix bursting and subsequent bowel blockage. We're successful because I'm so thin, because of MJ, and those surgeries had nothing to do with MJ. Okay, good. So yeah, appendicitis is not usually something associated with, I know a lot of people who also, my brother had his appendix removed when he was like 6 or 7. He was a little. So I know, yes, but so I'm glad to see you here and that you're doing better. Oh, what kind of dog do you have, Q? So yes, you guys, everybody let Debbie know in the comments. Debbie is in the comments right now. For those of you who joined late to the live, she was planning to be here with me today, but Wiley, our little Wiley, if you're watching, love you, Wiley. She was not feeling well at school today, and so Debbie had to run out to go get her, so she couldn't be here with me, but she is in the chat. So if you guys miss Debbie and y'all want her on live this week, let her know so she can be expecting to be on here. We've been really busy at the office. We have a trunk or treat plan for our employees, and so we're really excited about that, and we've been working on that for a couple of weeks now, but she should be back with us tomorrow, and maybe we could work up a live sometime. I was really excited because I know she's been missing you guys, and I know you've been missing her, and she's got, so much to talk about too, so hopefully we can get on here soon with each other. Let's see. I am here. Wiley is awake now. Hi, Wiley. I hope you feel better, my love. Let's see. So V says, so what are your honest thoughts of being on MJ? I'm on the weaning off part. My doctor says the next few months I can be off since I've met my goal. I'm scared. I don't want to be depending on it. So V, your emotions are completely, how do you say it? Your emotions are, I get it. I don't know if you got to watch the video that I posted. It's titled Emotional Roller Coaster, because it is just that. When I knew that I was nearing the end and I was on my last few injections, like I literally was stretching them out as much as I could. Like I would go 10 days, usually 10 to 12 days without injecting, because it was like I was trying to make sure that I was stretching it as long as I possibly could. And then when I finally had no more, it was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not, what if I start to gain weight right away? What if I, and I would look to people like my cousin Erica, who, wasn't able to stay on it for very long, and how she's been doing. And I kept thinking to myself, like, I can do this. And it's going to be crazy. It's not going to be easy, and only you can decide what's right for you. And I can tell you by experience that the first couple of weeks were the hardest, like not having it. And not that you feel any different. For the first 2 to 4 weeks, you don't feel a difference. You feel almost like you did the last few weeks of your injections. You start to notice that you're able to go to the restroom, and then that kind of starts to feel like, okay, my body's feeling back to normal and all that good stuff. But then you see the weight, you may see a pound or two at the beginning, and you're like, oh crap, like I'm starting to gain. And then you get that fear of like, oh my God. And then you start to feel the hunger, and the hunger just comes back with a vengeance. And I don't know if it's because for so long you were used to having some sort of suppression, you weren't hungry all the time, to now being nothing. There's no one holding your hand at this point, right? And so then it becomes hard to make those good decisions, to say, no, this is all I should eat, this is the portion that I should eat, this is what I should be eating. Because when you're not hungry, it's easy to make good decisions. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I talk about that all the time, right? Making better decisions, better choices, better, healthier options. But at the end of the day, and I was never the type to stop. Like, I kept eating a big array of foods. Like, I did not. We've got to take the stigma of that's a bad food versus good food and just eat in moderation, right? So I always kept that the same, and I think that's what probably helped me. But at the end of the day, when you're hungry, and like, even if you eat what you normally would eat on MJ, you would be hungry still. And that's the hard part, is walking away from the food. And so, yes, it was hard. And for, when you finally start feeling yourself and like, okay, I can do this, I can handle it, I don't have to be dependent of MJ, then it's like, then the weight just kept creeping up though. And at that point, and that's why I said I held myself accountable throughout the entire time, because I didn't want to wake up one day and be 240 pounds again. And so I took things into my own hands and I said, no, I can't. I have to get back on this. I have to try to work my way back down to where I really wanted to be and not go opposite of that. And so that's why I chose to get back onto it. But everyone's going to be different. And, everyone's going to be able, some people tell me they've been off for months and have not gained any weight, and that's awesome. If you can, just try it out. The worst that can happen is that you end up needing to get back onto it, and that's not really a bad thing either, right? But that worst case scenario is you have to come back on, and there's no one should make you feel any less than because you had to get back on it, or if you had needed to stay. Like, you should just be able to do what you have to do, what's best for you at that moment. So that's my takeaway. um so yes, Sean says, Debbie, how are you? Miss you. Yes, we miss you. So yeah, you guys, that's been kind of my takeaway. And I think I just been off of live and stuff for a while because it's just, life had been really busy for a little bit. And I just, that was another fear. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, that was, hi Wanda, it's so good to see you in the comments, my love. That was another thing that I struggled with for a while when Dr. Z wanted me to come off of it, was like, but how do I stay relevant with my audience? Like, how do I stay, you know, um, how do I keep sharing my journey with you guys? And that's why I was like, well, it's okay. Like, we are all going to get to that maintenance at some point. Like, some of us will be able to stay on it for maintenance. Some of us will have to get off of it, but maintain. But it was hard, right? Because it was like, that was one of the biggest connecting factors with you all, was me being on the medication. And so it was just like, it was hard. It was sad, and feeling like, what if I lose, my friends now? Because you guys, especially you guys that are in the comments right now, like, most of you have been here through this journey with me from the very beginning. Like, a lot of you, like Q, Sean, Melissa, um, Irene, V's been here with me for a while. Randy's has been here with me for a long time. JP, like, a lot of you guys, and some that I don't see in here is Carol, Deb, Kimmy, you've been here with me for a long time. Like, you guys have been with me for a really long time, and it's like, I didn't want to lose that connection with you guys. And so a lot of my emotions also coming off that medication was that, like, the fear of losing you guys. And so the fear of losing my friends, right? Because, like, we can share things right now and share our experiences and all that good stuff. So that was another reason why I had a hard time coming off of it. But at the end of the day, for me, I know for sure that weight loss is always going to be a part of my life. Like, it's always going to be that way. I'm not naturally thin. I've never been thin. This is the longest I've been able to hold weight under 200. And so I'm always going to have that battle. I don't think it's ever going to be any easier for me. So that's my piece. Let's see here. Clarissa, oh, I love you, babe. Sean says, Avi, truly love MJ. It's been 2 months since my last dose, but it's very hard. I toggle back and forth between 5 pounds. What I find helps me is having protein shake in addition, and Slow down snack. Okay, so yeah, Sean, that's great advice. Thank you. Snacking and eating, it's very hard, but I kept all of my habits from when I was on MJ. Yes, that's the most important part, is keeping the good habits. Black Cherry says, oh no, we are friends for life. Yay, I'm so happy to hear that. We need a walk. Stride kick. Debbie's so good about staying on task with stride kick. Q says absolutely, because sometimes the real friends in real life, I keep contact with you, but we do. Yes. I will say that I find a lot more support with you all than I do with people in real life. Isn't that crazy? Autumn says, Crissy, welcome back. I think I have realized I'll need to be on this for the rest of my life, and I'm okay with that. You continue following your gut on how you best will feel in your journey. Thank you, Autumn. I love you too, babe. Yes, we love you. Thank you. I love you guys too. Like, I genuinely have conversations with y'all all the time. Like, I will literally be talking as if I'm doing a YouTube video in my head. Like, I'm not recording a YouTube video. I'm just having a whole conversation with you all. And now that I know you guys, like, in the beginning it was hard because it's like I didn't know who I was talking to, right? I'm just talking to my phone. But now that like I've built so many relationships with you guys, like when I'm talking to myself in my mind, I'm talking to you guys, and then I'll finally be like, I just need to put that in a video. Like we just need to talk about this already. And it's crazy how that happens, but it's true. TM says, my Manjaro journey ended in June once the coupon ended, and my insurance would only cover half. Currently on Wegovy now, but will be ending that soon. I started September 26, 2022 at 219. Current weight 149. Wow, that's awesome. Goal weight 145. You're so close to your goal. You can do this. I know you can. Even though we never met in person as of yet. That is very true, Q. It's crazy. Yes, good for you, TM. That is awesome. Thank you, Sandra. I love how you guys support one another in here. So yes, you guys, I am back to 189, so I'm so excited about that. I was so happy to get on the scale and see 189 after I had been stuck at 194 for a few days. So I teetered into the 90s about, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, and it started at 190 and then 191 and then 192, and then I topped out at 194, and I was like, yeah, we can do this. Like, you are 6 pounds away, Crissy, from 200 again, and we promise never to see 200 ever again. So I definitely am grateful that I was able to get back on this journey. And so we hit 189 this morning. It's literally been, like I said, what, 5-6 days. I took my shot on Tuesday, weighing in at 194, and then this morning I was 189. So it's been 6 days. So that's pretty awesome. I'm really happy about that. Yes, thank you, Randy's. Shauna says, you got this, girl. Love from Canada. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. How is the weather in Canada? Because it was like in the 40s here in Houston last week, and that's cold for us. It's back into the 70s, but I can't imagine how cold it is in Canada. Thank you, Black Cherry. So yes, I can't wait, you guys. So anybody want to ask me any questions before we go? I'll probably be ending the live a little soon since Debbie wasn't able to join us today. But if you guys have any questions you want me to address before I go. Yay, wait to go for Mexico. Ah, hola Yesenia. Thank you so much for joining us. Which, by the way, I am probably going to upload a video soon. I had a subscriber ask me to please upload the last video I did in Spanish. So I may start churning up some more Spanish videos just because people have been requesting it. So I would love to be able to build a Spanish speaking audience. So I'm excited about that. What music you listen to lately? Oh, cute. I listen to everything. I think every day I play something different. Like I go from like R&B to banda, like Spanish music, to country, to 80s. Like I've been really into 80s music lately. I didn't grow up listening to 80s music, but I've been liking it recently. So yeah, a little bit of everything. It was raining in Sacramento. Doesn't it always rain in Sacramento though? Like 18. The price reasonable with the virtual views. Is the price reasonable with virtual views? Like, what is, I'm not sure if I understood the question. I'm sorry. Happy for you, Crissy. Stay encouraged. Let's get the walk going. Yes, yes. I need to get back on my way. But the weather is so much prettier. Not this week. This week is kind of rainy or whatever. But the weather is so much nicer now. So I'm really excited to get back to walking. I miss walking so much. Oh, the virtual doctor. So it depends on your insurance. My virtual visit is, I believe, 45. I can't remember. It's something like that. So it depends on your, which is more expensive than going to go see a general practitioner. Because if I make it a GP, it's only a $25 visit. But if I do virtual, which I have no clue why that would be more expensive, but with the insurance, it's $45 for a virtual visit. But that's going to be different depending on insurance. And then people who don't have insurance who pay like, there's where do you guys go to get Manjaro? Sometimes you guys tell me, what is it called? Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain fart. You guys always talk about it. It's like where you pay a monthly fee, and the first time it's like $1,200 or something, but then after that it's like $100 a month to have a membership with them, and then they can prescribe you the medication. Q says not all the time. How much are you paying for MJ now? I'm paying $500. It's $70 with our insurance. No, $90 with our insurance. But Debbie, I thought that was for if you get prescribed it for 3 months, because 1 month shows 69 and some change, something like that. I probably missed it, but who's your virtual doctor? Which company? So it's through United Healthcare. I go through the United Healthcare website, and they give me a list of providers that I can go to. Gearing up for my tummy tuck. Good job, Wanda. How exciting. I know how excited I was when I had my tummy tuck. Any tips pre-surgery? Oh, what are my tips pre-surgery? Definitely make sure you get all the information from your doctor and you buy all your supplies within ahead of time. I actually have on my Amazon channel, I have surgery, like all the stuff that I bought for surgery. But I would just say, leave everything ready at home. Wash your sheets the night before. Because you'll wash your sheets and leave everything clean for your bed. And then you're gonna have to wash yourself with like the antibacterial soap and all that good stuff. And then just make sure I slept on a recliner the first few nights just because I didn't want to sleep straight on the bed, and then it takes more effort to get out of the bed, and it was easier for me to get out of a recliner than it was the bed. So I did that, but make sure you take a barf bag with you. Wear something comfortable like a robe. Don't take like a 2-piece. Make it as easy as possible for the nurses to get you dressed, because you're probably going to wake up like in some kind of binding. They'll either bind you, like wrap you, or they'll put you in like a faja, which is a garment. And then, so I would take a robe with me. That was the easiest thing. You just throw the robe on you and tie it up and you're good, instead of you having to struggle to pull pants on and off, or have to put a muumuu over you or anything like that. What's another tip? Yeah, the barf bag, because after I had my tummy tuck, I was barfing on the way home. So that was important. And they tell you to make sure you put like towels or something in your vehicle just in case you're still bleeding or whatnot. But if you have drains, you shouldn't. I didn't hardly bleed anything outside of what I bled into my drain. So there's that. Oh yes, you have United Healthcare also. Oh cool. And I'm still covered. Yeah, same thing. It's summer, was hot, and now it's fine. It's really cold in Sacramento. Oh, that's nice. I love cold weather. Not so much while I'm on MJ, but I do love cold weather. Not an MJ question. Who's going to win tonight? Astros. I hope it's the Astros. I mean, I'm always gonna root for my teams, even when they're losers like the Houston Texans. I'm always going to root for my Texans no matter what, just like my Astros. I believe in them 100%. I always feel like this is a gimmick, like they purposely make it 7 games just for the sole purpose of the money making aspect of it, right? Like obviously if they would have made it after the 4th game, they would have lost out on all that profit, right? So I always feel like it's nail biting to the end, but at the end I think we're gonna take it. I know we're gonna take it. Let's see. You're going to the doctor, Q. Good luck with everything. I hope everything's okay. Same in Arlington. Been a good series. It has been. It's been really good. Oh, cool. I was thinking about going to go get the flu shot myself too, so good job. Perfect timing for it too, because everybody's starting to get sick. So, all right, my loves. Well, it was so good hanging out with you guys today. I really missed this. I missed the lives. I wish Debbie had been here. Debbie, we missed you dearly. It's just not the same vibe without my Debbie here. So for sure, we need to get her back in here, get her back into the groove of things. Thank you so much for everyone who still joined in today. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging after Debbie told me she wasn't going to be able to make it, but thank you for everyone who joined. Thank you so much for the continued support, you guys. You do not know how much that means to me. I absolutely adore each and every one of you and all the support you've given me through the entire time we've been here. So thank you all so much for that. I wish you all the best, my loves. I hope to see you all soon. I hope to be able to continue putting out content more regularly for you all. Thank you so much. Till next time, my loves. Talk soon.